It's Christmas at ground zero. There's music in the air. The sleigh bells are ringing and the carolers are singing while the air raid sirens blare. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to another What Are You Playing? All right, so it's December 25th. I gotta acknowledge what's going on. I got my shirts. I got slightly festive colors. This is the only thing that I had was remotely festive. This shirt. I mean, my wife got some ugly Christmas sweaters, but like we're gonna save those for the actual day. So this is my Christmas t-shirt, like this Mario thing. This one I've had for a while, and it's funny because I make a tradition every year of wearing it, but I think my wife forgot about that tradition every year because she just bought these matching Christmas sweaters for us to wear this year. I don't get it. Anyway, let's talk about what I'm playing. I'm going to try to make this as brief as I can, being somebody who rambles a lot. But I'm going to try to make this brief so that we can, go spend time with families and all that shit. Anyway, what am I playing? All right, so first off, I'm playing Lords of the Fallen. Playing it on the PlayStation 5, playing it with my friends. I talked about this the last couple of weeks, and last week I had a pretty long rant. Not so much a rant, but more like, kind of gave my thoughts on the pros and cons of this game. And not a lot has changed. It's still, it's still a very flawed game that is exceptionally fun to play. And I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm really, really having fun with this stupid game. Do I wish that it was a little bit better? Do I wish it had better performance or less confusing level layout or more useful shortcuts? Maybe, but for what it is, I'm still really, really enjoying it. We trying to recall what we did. One of my friends went on a trip, so he was kind of out this last week. So the other friend and I spent most of our time, just kind of going further in the game, and then when my other friend got back, we, continued getting him caught back up to where we are. I don't know. I don't really know. We did the Purged Spurned Progeny, which is like this big derpy looking giant guy that has a big hand comes out of his mouth. We fought him, and then we went to the ice area, started the ice area. I actually finished the ice area. I finished it solo because my friends were taking too long. But I went back and played the ice area with another friend. So anyway, the point is I'm really enjoying Lords of the Fallen. It's a freaking blast. If you're in the market for a Souls game, and you have already played all the From Software titles, and you've also already played Surge, and you've played Lies of P, give the current Lords of the Fallen game a chance. It's pretty fun. I do enjoy it. All right, the next game, Vengeful Guardian Moonrider, right? Yeah, Vengeful Guardian Moonrider. I'm playing it on the Switch. I haven't put a lot of time into this last week. With the holiday coming up, full disclosure, I am filming this before the holiday. Obviously, it's going to come out on the 25th, so I'm not a miracle worker. I'm filming this and editing it a week in advance. But the holiday is coming up and everything, and it's all complicated. I've got end of year stuff with work I'm trying to get done, and doing stuff with the family, getting everything all lined up for the break and for the holiday. And I just haven't had a lot of chance to focus on Vengeful Guardian Moonrider. I feel like I'm very close to the end. I've only got one of the starting areas left to complete, and then, you know, whatever additional areas there might be after that. I don't know how many there might be, but the point is that I feel like I'm pretty close to the end, and I just need to sit down and focus and put a lot of effort in and just finish it. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. Maybe I won't. It's, like I said, it's the holiday, and, you know, stuff's intense and crazy and lots of crap going on, so I don't know, who knows, maybe I'll still be playing this into January. The point is that I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of Joy Masher, the developer behind it, and this is just another great title from them. So, yeah, Vengeful Guardian Moonrider. Still playing it. Enjoying it a lot. Alright, so the next game that I'm playing is Elden Ring. I'm playing this digitally, mostly on my Steam Deck. Like I said last time, this is like the 4th or 5th time I've played Elden Ring, but this is my first time playing it in New Game Plus. I would probably be further in the game if I were to just focus on doing the main missions and fighting the bosses. But I don't know. I just really enjoyed all the side content in the game, and so I'm kind of farting around doing stuff that's probably not necessary. Doing dungeons, getting items I already have, just because I enjoy doing it. But all that being said, I'm still not really, dedicating a ton of time to Elden Ring. This is the sort of thing where, if my wife is upstairs reading a book, she reads a lot of books. She's a very avid reader, and I want to spend time with her, but without disturbing her. I kind of want to be next to her as she's reading. I will whip out my Steam Deck and play Elden Ring. So it's not something that I'm just sitting down playing exclusively. It's kind of just something that I'm playing as I have moments of respite in the evening, and I don't want to come downstairs and be playing a full-fledged console experience. But I'm enjoying it. Elden Ring is fun. I don't think I have anything else to say about it. You know what it is. It's a great game, and I don't need to sell it. Alright, so what's the next game I'm playing? So, the next game that I'm playing, this is not just a game, it's actually a console. I finally hooked up my Atari 2600, and I have been playing Atari 2600 and 7800 games. I've been having a lot of fun. It's kind of taken me a few weeks to get the 2600 hooked up and playable. And I still have more to do. I have to redo my entire home setup so that I can fit not only the Atari 2600 officially, but also my Analog Duo and the Polymega when and if it ever ships. I have new HDMI switches, and I just need to set aside time to do it. I'm probably not going to have time to do it until the new year, so Atari 2600 stuff might not be too regular on my What Are You Playing videos for at least a few weeks. But I did finally sit down and start playing them, and I played Berserk, this enhanced edition, which, oh man, so good. I loved Berserk back in the day on the Atari 2600. I used to play this all the time. It was one of my favorite games. And this enhanced edition that has the speech synthesis is kind of amazing. And I know that I guess I don't know. I would assume that this version wouldn't work on original hardware. I'm assuming, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming that there's something special about the 2600 Plus that makes this enhanced edition have the voice synthesis. But who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong. In addition to that, I've also been playing my small number of Atari 7800 games. I've never had a 7800, so these are actually the first time I've actually played these on a hardware that isn't, pure emulation, although technically I guess this is kind of emulation. But the point is that the first time I haven't, played them just as a ROM on like an Ambernick or something like that, or the Evercade. But I've been playing Dig Dug, and I've been playing Galaga. Yeah, the 7800 version of Galaga is pretty great. I'm not going to lie. It's, it might not be my favorite version of Galaga, but it is a really great version of Galaga. And yeah, I've been playing all sorts of stuff. And it's the sort of thing where I haven't been playing any one of these games exclusively. It's the sort of thing where I just, whatever I'm in the mood for, I grab like a dozen cartridges. A dozen is an exaggeration. I grab like 3 or 4, and I take them over and I swap them out and play them over the course of like an hour or two here or there. But man, I am really loving my Atari 2600 Plus. I'm having so much fun playing these games again. It is just a frickin' blast. All right, so the last 2 games that I'm playing are both digital ones on Steam, and they are both vaguely Vampire Survivors clones. The first one is Sea of Survivors. I am playing it on my PC. I'm also playing it on my Steam Deck. It plays great on the Steam Deck. So Sea of Survivors is kind of interesting because it's like, what if you were to take the Vampire Hunter or the Vampire Survivors formula and apply it to, instead of vampires and mythical beasts, you put pirates and naval battles into the mix. And that's pretty much what Sea of Survivors is. You control a little ship that has various weapons that you can affix to it. You can have up to 4 weapons at a time and upgrade them. And then you have this interesting skill tree. It's not even exactly a skill tree. It's kind of a skill board, if you will, where you put down different modifiers that do things like change how quickly you turn, or change the fire rate, or change the range, etc., etc., etc. And all of these things have different attributes depending upon whether they are chained together, or whether they're in a cluster, whether they're connected directly to a weapon, etc., etc., etc. And it's a pretty interesting take on the Vampire Survivors formula. And I have to be honest, I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. I think that the progression is it's a little slow. I kind of wish it was a little bit faster. But yeah, no, I'm having a lot of fun, and it's a great one. I'm really enjoying it. All right, the last game that I'm playing is Void Scrapers. Also playing this on Steam. Void Scrapers is another one of these Vampire Survivors clones. It's it's kind of interesting. I'm having a lot of fun. It's kind of got some interesting artistic choices, kind of a reduced color palette, which I kind of like, kind of a lot of bright neons. It's just really cool. I haven't spent a ton of time in it, but I've been playing it quite a bit, over the last couple of days, and so I figured it would be worthwhile to mention it here. I think it's still in early access, but don't quote me on that. I haven't bothered to look it up before recording this. I also can't remember if I've played it on my Steam Deck, so it may or may not be Steam Deck compatible. I don't recall. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's yet another Vampire Survivors clone, and yet another game that is great to play when you kind of like are zoning out, and at the end of the day you want to listen to some music and zone out to some good old Vampire Survivors like gameplay. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun. All right, well, I've got nothing else. I don't have a big outro or anything like that. I really wanted this to be as short as possible because it is a holiday and nobody wants to sit and watch this shit. I certainly don't want to sit and record it today. So I'm going to end it there, and happy holidays and happy new year, and, take care of yourself. See ya.